yoga teacher for today. I have been helping out at a local church with a group called Faithful Flow Yoga. So I've developed a sequence that is more vinyasa, a little bit of hatha in the beginning with slightly longer held poses, but overall this is more of a flow class. So we're gonna start with hands in prayer. Breathe in, breathe out. Remember, this is yours and God's practice. Breathe in, breathe out. Take this moment to give to God what you have maybe been meaning to hand over and take the weight off your shoulders. Use this class to be with your breath and with God in this moment, in these movements that we will be doing. Think of an intention or something that you can just give to Him. Your intention could be, I'm going to hand this over. This has been troubling me, my troubles, a worry from this week. I'm handing it over right now in this moment. And we're gonna do some heart opener exercises to start. So hands on your knees. We're gonna roll our shoulders back, squeeze our shoulder blades together like we have a little pencil in there. Slow it down a little bit. And now roll your shoulders forward. If you notice yourself going really fast, slow it down. So we sort of lubricate and moisten those shoulder joints. And let's take our right hand, put it on the left side of our head and gently bring it down. Breathe in, out. One more breath. Breathe in. Breathe out, release. Other side. In and out. We'll take 2 breaths here, so one more. Release. Okay, we're going to do actually our right arm completely over to our left side. You can come down to try to keep both hips, sits bones on the floor so we get a nice long stretch here in the right side. Feel free to deepen the stretch if you want, if that feels good. Breathe in to prepare. Out, release. Other side. Out. Left side. Bring your feet together for butterfly. Hold onto your lovely toes and lean a little bit forward, but keep your neck long and stretch. Try to press those knees down. You can even push a little bit or just press by pushing your back down, but keep your spine nice and long always. Breathe in and out to release. We're going to stretch our right leg out. Lean into that right leg. Let's hold for 2 breaths. You can always keep your knee bent if you wish, if that feels right, or straighten it as far as you want to. And breathe in, out to release our left leg now. Again, keep it bent to touch your toes and bend at your hips, or try to flatten that out for a little deeper of a stretch. And release. Okay, we're going to find cat-cow. So breathe in to prepare. Breathe out. Cow, filling our bellies. Breathe in, cat. Out. Move with your breath. Let it flow. Breathe in. Out. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in again, flat back. Come down to your forearm and thread the needle your right side. Let's hold this for 2 to 3 breaths. Breathe in and rise on the out breath. Other side, breathe in and out. Let's hold that for 2 to 3 breaths again. Breathe in and rise. We're going to kind of shift forward a little bit here. Now come to sit on your left hip and take your arm up, right leg out, lift, out, come back to tabletop, and we're gonna breathe in, out, sit on your right hip, left leg out, and lift, or option to remain seated and stretch, or lift and hold and stretch for 1 more breath. On the out, come back. Now we're gonna stir the hips, stir your whole body, your shoulders, move to the right. We just moved to the left, now we're moving to the right. And sit back, We're going to come up to our knees, arms up and around, and prayer. Now we're going to meet in our back on our hands for shifting child's pose. Option to hold onto knees and lower down, or option to lift one knee, then the other, and lower down. Cactus pose. Your arms out, elbows out. Sphinx, stretch that lower back. And then come up and out. And up, out, up, out. Shifting child's pose. Now we're going to meet in down dog. So lift the hips and feel free to walk out your knees. You can keep your knees bent, or you can try to straighten them. And we're going to walk our feet up to the top of the mat. For this part, lift up your hands and bring to prayer. And bring your arms up one more time to the back of your head. We are going to breathe in and out. With each breath, we're going to lower and bring our arms together. As we go, as we breathe out, we stretch our arms open. As we breathe in, we're going to lower and bring our elbows together. So let's practice that going down. So breathe in, bend at the hips. And breathe out, breathe in again. And breathe out, lift. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And out. This is our last time. Breathe in and forward fold. Bring your hands down. You can walk your feet, walk your knees a little bit. Keep your feet firmly planted on the earth. Feel the balance with all parts of your feet touching the ground. You can wiggle your toes, move forward and back a little bit. Find your balance and your footing. Halfway lift. And lower. Come back down to tabletops. Again, we're gonna stir the hips a little bit. Lean forward, lean, shift back. Now again, we're going to find ourselves, we're gonna go through a sequence, or you can take a child's pose before we come to standing, or you can meet in down dog. Option to lift one knee and the other, lower down, hands out, and Sphinx pose or upward dog, whatever feels good for you. And lift your knees and come to down dog. Walk your feet. And then walk your feet all the way up. And lift your arms. Meet in prayer. At the top of our mats, bring your arms up. Prayer. Lift your arms. We're going to root our right leg and bring our left leg up at a 90 degrees power pose. Hold it and shift it back for warrior one. 2 breaths. Deepen it. And right side. Make sure your ankles, knees are stacked on your right side. Warrior two. Breathe in and out to reverse. 2 breaths. And switch, triangle. Look up at your left arm. Now we're going to turn for star pose. Your feet are, your toes are pointing forward. And we're going to forward fold in star. Rock on your feet, back and forth. Option to stretch, bringing your hands, your head down more, bend your knees. Unless if you are able or you want to keep your legs straight, you can stretch a little bit here. It's your practice. And as we come up, come down to goddess, toes turn out. Option to hold for 2 to 3 breaths. Option with your breath to come up and back down. We are still on our right side, so we're going to transition to warrior two. Stack your knee over your ankle. Warrior two. Heel toe your foot up. Now we are doing our left side. Breathe, wiggle it out a little bit. Arms up. And prayer pose, lift. Now this time we are grounding into our left leg. Lift our right leg. Hold, power pose. Shift back, option to put your foot on the ground and walk it back gently. Or option to lift and hold for a moment and then put down. It's your practice. Just make sure your left knee is stacked over your left ankle. Hold. Breathe in. And on the out, shift to warrior two. Our left leg is forward, stacked over our knee, our ankle. In, reverse, keep that left knee bent, neck is long. And triangle, straighten that front leg, Come down with that left arm and look up at your right. 2 breaths. Breathe in. Now we're coming to star. Your toes are pointing forward. In and out, forward fold. Again, you can wiggle a little bit here. Stretch each side out if you want to, if that feels good. Stretch your hands behind you between your legs. Shift forward and back. Let your head dangle. Breathe in. On the out, come up. Goddess pose. Toes shift outwards. And option to hold for 2 to 3 breaths. Option to lift. And come back down with each breath. And here we're going to twist gently, carefully, back into warrior 2 on our left side. Always readjust and look at where your knee is in relation to your ankle, that it's stacked. And gently heel toe your back leg, meet back in prayer. Catch your breath for a minute, wiggle it out. We're going to go through that again, but a little bit faster. So, ground into your right, lift your left leg. Arms back, warrior 1. Warrior 2. Reverse. Breathe in and out. Breathe in. Reverse to go to triangle. I'm going to switch again. Now we're in triangle. Breathe in. Star, toes forward. Wiggle it out. Forward fold. Option to stretch it out a little deeper to each leg. And root to rise up, goddess. Option to hold for 1 to 2 breaths. Up, down, and warrior 2. Breathe in, heel toe, left leg to the top of our mats, lift up. Prayer. Ground that right foot. I mean that left foot. Lift up your right. Arms up into high prayer, power pose, and back. I'm going to change positions. Breathe in. Warrior 2. Breathe in again. Reverse warrior. Sorry. Breathe in, out, triangle. Breathe in, star pose. Here we are again. Forward fold. Stretch. Breathe in, up. Toes out, goddess. Breathe in, out. And shift, warrior two. And heel toe on your out breath. One more time with less cueing. We're gonna go through that again. Faster, just one breath per flow. Remember, breathe in to prepare, out to make the move. We're gonna lift our left leg. Warrior one, warrior two, reverse warrior, triangle, star, forward fold, goddess, and warrior two. Heel toe up, top of our mats. Breathe in, catch your breath, take a sip of water if you need it. Before our last side, standing sequence. Lift up, root our left leg, lift your right, lift. Warrior one, warrior two, reverse warrior. Remember to breathe. Triangle. And breathe in. Star, forward fold. Breathe in. Warrior. Goddess. Up. And warrior two again. And heel toe up. We're going to take a little child's pose, quick. Come down to your mat. Slow down your breathing. Gently come back up. Stir again. I think the theme of this class could be stirring. We're going to come up to our knees. Prayer gently. Stand. Tree pose. Find your breath. Lift, modification. Keep your toe on the ground and your heel resting on your other heel, or you may lift. You can have your hands up top, here, or out, whatever feels good for you. Take that right leg, put it back, arms open, hands in the air, surrender, prayerful pose. Give it to God. Breathe in, and on the out breath, come back. Tree pose, other side. Hands to heart center. Again, you can rest your heel on your right heel, or you can bring your left leg up to shin, or you can bring it up higher above your knee, just not resting on your knee. Lift one side, maybe different than the other. You can touch down and come back anytime. Breathe in. On the out breath, take that left leg back to your right side. Be gentle with your knee. You can rotate your back heel, your front heel, the right side in a little bit. And open your arms. Prayerfulness, surrender. Breathe in for 2 to 3 breaths here. In and out. Come on back. Now find a seat. Take a sip of water. We're in our seated part of our sequence now. You can take another child's pose here, or you can sit. Breathe. Now, if everyone is in our seated position, we're going to take our right leg out, left leg is in. Stretch. Okay, and our left side, stretch. Take it deeper. Come back up. Now we're gonna do our twist. So right leg over our left, twist to our right side, left arm over our right knee, twist. We'll hold this for a few breaths. Each breath, take it a little deeper if you want to. It feels good. Breathe in, out. Breathe in again to prepare. On the out breath, come back to center. And left side, breathe in. Out, twist. do some core, so we're gonna do a boat pose first. Hands up and out. Lift your knees, try to keep them at about a 90. And bring your hands back and your legs out, keep them bent and bring back in. Modification, hold this pose and gently do toe taps. Hug. Again. A little shake. And hug. Again, you can do toe taps this whole time. And then hug in. Again. And hug. Balancing bound ankle. So we're gonna bring our knees out a little bit and lift our toes up and hold it. And as we stretch out, we make it a little more challenging for ourselves. And we're gonna breathe in, out. Option to keep your heels on the floor, back straight. Option to hold. Gently come out. Now as we come back down to our backs, you can grab a block, or a blanket. Keep your knees up. Walk your toes and your heels back as close to your sits bones as you can. Hands on the side and lift, bridge. Hold. Now you can put a block underneath to hold it for another breath or two. And down. We're going to do that again. This time, see if we can lift a little bit higher. Or you can hold the block there for the full 3 to 4 breaths, or you can, without it, you can also put a block between your knees and squeeze it together a little bit, because we don't want our knees to come out too wide. We want them more hips distance. Squeezing them in, you'll contract the muscles, get a little more of a workout. And down on the out breath. Breathe in again. And out, lift up one more time. Hold for 2. Release. Breathe in and out. Let it go. Hug your knees in. Let your feet go. We're going to just hug in our right knee and stir it a little bit. Lift our left knee and plant our right ankle over our left. We're stretching in a figure four. You can hold your left leg and pull it in to get a nice deep stretch in that hamstring on the right side. Pull in a little bit deeper if you want, if it feels right for your body. Breathe in one more time and release on the out breath. Bring that left knee up, stir. Bring the right knee up, plant your left ankle on the right side and grab in between your left leg and around your right side. Pull that right leg up to stretch that left hamstring. Now breathe. Breathe in. And out. Bring both knees up. Stir your hips. Keep your feet together and stir them in and out the other way. And we're going to stretch. So we're going to twist. So right leg over your left, shift your hip to the left side and right arm out. Look over your right arm, left arm out. This is a figure four. Breathe in, out, come back to the center, shift your hips into the center. And again, shift your hips to the left. We're going to go on our right side, right leg out, left leg bends over your left, your right, and stretch, twist. Look over your left side. One more breath here, breathe in, out, breathe in one more time. On the out, release, shift your hips back to the center. Both knees up, hands at your side, pelvic floor. We're gonna rotate your pelvis in so that you try to touch your lower spine to the mat and then tilt it forward. So you create a space between the mat and your lower back and press it back down again, tilting it back and forward. Move with your breath, breathe in, back and forward, back Breathe in, lift your knees, and go side to side. Rock side to side as we get ready for our final resting pose. As we come to this close, find any last minute shapes that might feel good in your body, maybe reaching long fingers and toes. Then again, curl into a ball and rock side to side. And release. You can put a blanket under you or put a blanket over you and get comfortable. Bring in any props that you need, maybe something underneath your knees. Go ahead and invite any movements you want to do right now to get comfortable so you can feel at ease and get nice and comfy. Take a focus, a breath, inhale and exhale. Let an audible sigh out. And allow your body to rest. You're going to hold this, and in class we would come around with oils, and if you do not want any oils, please rest one hand or both hands on your chest. Otherwise, if you would like some oils on your head, leave your hands out to your side. And we are going to rest here. Now in class, we would hold this for about 8 minutes for 1 to 2 faithfully based songs. But as we bring this video to a close and you remain laying there, now we're going to gently bring ourselves back to the present moment after your rest. Breathing in, breathing out. Shift your hips to a side that feels right so we can turn and lay on our sides with our knees bent in a comfortable side position, whichever side feels right. Breathe in and out and come to a rise and gently come up to a seated position. Thank you so much for being here today, present with ourselves, with yourself, with each other, and connecting with God, with your movements and your faith. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a very blessed day. Thank you.